And have you ever stopped to think about why is that? Why is it that we feel the need to do so much of this stuff? Why is it that we feel the need to maybe keep up with everybody else? And I think part of it is this. I think part of it is whether we want to admit it or not, whether we acknowledge it or not. I think a lot of us, we have bought into this myth, this cultural lie, that your work determines your worth. You found out I'm a motivational speaker, and so you assume I live in a van down by the river. And we don't. Not anymore, actually.
Actually, let me tell you real quick about my wife. We're high school sweethearts. When we started dating, I was a freshman, she was a junior. #baller.
All right, let's imagine for a second. Let's imagine that this glass represents your life. So very quickly, you are at capacity. How many of you say that this accurately represents your life right now? Ever say you're at capacity? How many of you have a difficult time saying no? Most of us are here. We're already here, right? But other stuff comes up and we're just like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll just figure it out as I go. I'm freaking out right now. Should have thought this through better. Jeff may not get his deposit back on this.
When you get ready to check out at the grocery store, you play this mental competition against the store. And so what you do is you gotta walk, there's 47 available lanes, but you can't pick one, you gotta walk through, you start figuring out how many lanes are available. You start looking for the crazy coupon lady. You can't get behind her. If you see someone with a pink Trapper Keeper, don't get behind that person in line. Barbara, just scan the UPC, let's go. It's really hard to be fully present. Because a lot of times our minds are in one of two places. Either I'm thinking about where I just came from. Okay, I just got out of that session. Okay, I just talked to that person. I just read that email. Just got off that phone call. Or I'm thinking about where I'm going. Okay, as soon as we're done here, I gotta make sure I talk to that person before I go. What time's my flight? What are we doing for dinner? I'm thinking about where I came from, or I'm thinking about where I'm going. It's really difficult to be fully present. How many of you have ever been talking with someone and you kind of feel like, I could say anything right now, it wouldn't matter because you're not here. You ever had that happen before? You ever have that happen with your spouse and you just start throwing things out there just to see if they're paying? By the way, I'm running away to Costa Rica with Fabio, I'll be back. And they're like, okay, have a safe trip.
When you're home, are you really home? If you make a difference in everybody else's life, but you drop the ball as a husband, as a father, as a mother, as a wife, if you're a shell of a human being, it's not worth it. So know this, that who you are is more important than what you do. I want to be fully present with the people that matter most to me. When someone's talking to me, when someone's telling me something, I want to be there.
You had a fun conference, you enjoyed it, right? And here's the deal, if we have a great time, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But if we go back to life, we go back to our businesses, we go back to our homes, we go back to our families, and we don't do anything different, we've kind of wasted our time. We could have done a lot of other things with our time this weekend, but we decided to be here. So what are you going to do differently as a result of this? How are you going to live your life in such a way that who you are is more important than what you do? Thanks for letting me hang out with you. You guys are awesome. Thanks, guys.